Today was so amazing. It was like glassy and no current and sunny and everything. So I had an absolute ball today, and we went out early at like 6:30. You can really see I'm like projecting my weight forward now, and that makes a huge difference for picking up speed. And here is, I think, my first. This is a rock launch that I did across False Creek on the downtown beach. And so I was able to launch off that rock. Took me a few tries, but I was able to launch off that rock and come all the way back to the dock, which was amazing. So happy because it just unlocks. Now I can get over there and get back without having to swim. And today was a big day too because I've been wanting to get across to the other beach, and I've tried and tried, and I could never get any closer than like, I don't know, 100 meter, no, probably 100 feet or so, 150 feet. But it was so nice and clean, and I just got into the rhythm, and it just felt almost effortless. It's weird, like when you're in the right pumping technique, it doesn't even really feel hard, almost like jogging or something. So I think this is the one where I came into the beach, but then I went further up parallel to the beach to get to the rocks there. And this was like about a 50-second or 49-second run, so I'm getting so close to that 60-second mark. Yeah, I think this is the very first one that I did, and I was just like a little wobbly, but then I'm like, I'm heading for the beach. And then once I got out there and it was flat and get into the rhythm, I'm like, man, I'm going for it. Like when I got there, I really wasn't even tired. Like I could have gone another half at that distance probably, because I was in that effortless pumping rhythm. It was insane. I bailed there in about 2 feet of water. You can see how it's so beautiful. This is around 7 o'clock in the morning, and there's no traffic, there's no waves, there's no currents, none of it. It was so beautiful. I think that was my first one of the day. Yeah, pumped out of trouble there, which is awesome. I have a bad habit of not trying to pump out of those things and just giving up, and it's like it's an instinct, and I gotta shake that because you can pump out of trouble a lot of the time on these big wings, I guess. Oh yeah, this was pretty cool. This is the first time I've ever rock started off a rock that was so low. I mean, it was like a few inches above the water, so that was tough. And you can see I didn't really get much power off it, so I was pumping and trying to get out of trouble, and I eventually bailed or stalled. And here is my second time after I'd gone across, coming back off of another rock there, and that rock is awesome. It's like a good close to 12 inches above the water, nothing in front. And then this rower kind of freaked me out. They were coming right onto me, and I was like, oh Jesus, what do I do? So I kind of got distracted. And anyway, she came flying by a second later and was like, I'm sorry. I'm like, no, it's my bad, sorry. man, it's crazy like how important having speed is. I never realized that until recently, really. But when you have speed, you can make a lot of mistakes and recover. But when you're going slow and that, you can't really recover. So, yeah. Then I switched to the other side here, just because I wanted to practice some turning. I was getting kind of tired for those long runs, so I wanted to practice my turning and stuff. And man, like I've never felt so comfortable in this little kiddie pool area, like practicing my turns and getting turned around to come back to where I started. And I'm not like flailing frantically like I always used to. It's more like a little bit more refined. But anyway, it's pretty cool. And I also found I tried my very first time getting a successful launch off that Coast Guard floating wake barrier, as it's super slippery. It's only a few inches above the water line. It's hard to get a good push, so I got off of it, but I didn't really get enough power to get up high on the mast.